Good morning, y'all. Welcome to this week's vlog. It's time to go to work. I'll lock up the camper real quick. Got that locked, and Cindy and I both took showers last night. The gray water tank is almost full, so I'm gonna go empty the gray water real quick, just so I don't forget. There's nothing worse than forgetting to empty your gray water, going to take the next day's shower, and the water backing up and you having to get dressed all damp and stuff and go out and pull the lever. So let's pull the gray water. See, it comes out down there. We will watch the little clear elbow to see when she's done, and then we'll go to the office where Cindy already is. For all our channel members, y'all got a sneak peek about what's going on, like always. And yesterday I posted a picture of me at Atlantic Express Care, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's like we call them down south a doc in the box or doctor's care or something like that. So y'all already knew that I had some issues. And I will say that when you're in an area for the first time, you don't know where everything is. So what happened is 3 days ago, I started experiencing a little bit of pain in my right foot. Woke up the next morning, I could barely stand on it. It was awful. So I thought I had maybe broken my toe or bruised my foot. It was real red at the, I call them the toe knuckles. And I didn't know what was going on. So I've become decent friends with Dave around the corner here at the campground. And he goes, "Alec, I had the same issue." He goes, "You've got gout. You need to go to doctor's care." I said, "Well, I had this happen when we were in South Carolina, and I just figured I bruised it or something, you know, building all those fences and picnic tables that we did." And he said, "No." He said, I know. I said that, and I just kind of walked it off. It took 2.5 weeks to run its cycle, and it finally felt better. He said, "No, it's gout, and they're like little crystals in the joint, and it's like a bunch of little knives, and that's what all the pain is, and it can really mess up your joints. You really need to go to the doctor and get some medicine." So that's what I ended up doing. But when you're in a new area, you don't always know where the closest doctor's care or doc in the box is. So he said that he thought there was one up in Tuckerton near Walmart. So I said, okay. I got up the next morning. I drove up to Tuckerton near the Walmart. Drove around and around and around and around a little bit more. I could not find any type of, they call them up here urgent care. So I went in this one place called Tuckerton Care or Tuckerton. It looked like a doc in the box. So I went in there, and I think it said Tuckerton Family Care. And it ended up being a behavioral place for adolescents here in the area. See, here's Cindy. It's a golf cart here. And they kind of looked at me strange. "Why are you here?" And ended up talking with one of the nurses, and she said, "No, there's an Atlantic Express Care down by the Wawa," and she gave me directions. So I went down to the Express Care. Luckily, there was nobody there. And I saw a nurse practitioner, and she said, "Yes, I did indeed have gout." And she gave me some medicine for it. I went to Walmart with my health insurance, which we get through state of South Carolina because I'm retired, at quite the expense, unlike when I started the police department, They told me it would be free, but we pay like $8.75 a month for family care. But anyway, the medicine was a 6-day supply of some type of steroid with inflammation medicine and stuff in it. So anyway, I think they called it a Z-Pack. I don't pay attention, and Cindy wasn't with me. So we went to Walmart, and I got that filled. It was only $4.66. Before my insurance, it was only $13.75, so it's not expensive medicine. So I had a $15 copay. For $20, I got the medicine. And by this time it was lunchtime, and so the pharmacist said, well, you're supposed to start this in the morning. And he said, so go ahead and get some lunch and take 3 of these 6 pills now. Take another one, another 2 after lunch, and then 1 before you go to bed. And then today I've got 5 pills. Said to take 1 this morning, 1 at lunch, 2 at dinner, and 1 before bed. So anyway, it can be quite frustrating when you're trying to find medical services. And I didn't even know what to look up, because I looked up Doctor's Care, I looked up Doc in the Box, and nothing came up. But so I'm on the mends. It's going to take about 6 days. I can walk today. I saw within 2 hours of taking the first 3 pills, I saw immediate help, or immediate relief. So that's good. So we're going to get on with our day. Today is Tuesday. We got a lot going on. We're not going to be leaving the campground today. We'll probably leave on Wednesday, the day you see this, and go do some stuff. And I'll make sure I get back in time for the premiere. So let's go see what Cindy's up to. Hello. There's Cindy answering emails. Anything good on the computer?
You received those 2.
What are they?
Really anything, but
Oh, these are the letters for the stolen golf carts. I didn't know what they were.
okay, this sign needs spruced up. I did not realize it, but that's a metal roof.
Huh.
I was going to put, some shingles or something on it, but it's metal.
Right, we can glue them on there.
Well, Harper said that there's some that stick, but I'm thinking even if you just painted it green.
Yeah, with some metal paint. I can get some Rust-Oleum.
It would look better.
So we're in the middle of renewals here for our seasonals at the campground. We got to go down to Site 97. We have a seasonal that said they wanted it, that they wanted to move, and then we got an email today saying there were some exposed wires on it. What are we going to do? So I'm going to go down and look at those. And they said it wasn't level, and so
I haven't come across many campsites that are.
No, and so I don't think we'll do anything about the level, if that's the way it was when they went and looked at it and agreed to move. So we're going to go look at it. If there are some exposed wires, we'll definitely have to take care of that, as long as it's not something like cable wires. But what I'm thinking it is the person that was on there for years, they had some electrical cords that they buried to move power from one place to another, and they're just regular extension cords. If that's what it is, we can go ahead and pull that up. Or if it's cable wire, we can take care of cable wire. Let's go take a look. So here's 97.
They said a wire by a tree.
Yeah. They said a wire by a tree. Alec to Bobby. Here it comes here too. I think this is just some old dead wire. We'll clip those up. Could you see me at Site 97? And then back here I saw, could you see me at Site 97?
No problem.
Let's see if there's anything else. There is this cable wire that is up a little bit. And then this is the electrical wire that they had buried. that was, it's an extension cord that they brought power back to. I think they had a shed back here, and that's an extension cord.
Up as far back as
Yeah, we are. I think so. I think we'll pull this up as far as we can. We'll clip the ones by the tree,
Yeah.
and then this site will be ready to go. Y'all have all camped before. For a campsite, that's level. If any improvements need to be made, I think they can figure that on their own. Everything else looks good. This is a huge, huge site.
We need to get this up.
Yeah, we're going to have to remove this deck and this pine straw. Everything else is good. So I think that's where the power line ran, and whatever that is.
What is that?
Looks like some sort of trash. Looks like an ashtray. We'll throw that on the pile.
This is not completely clean.
So let me talk to Bobby. We'll get this the rest of the way cleaned up, and then they can either take it or we'll pass it on to the next person. All right, we're going to check on the pool. I am so excited. We have less than a week to go.
Look how crystal blue.
She's crystal blue for sure. And then we got to get all this deck stuff up. So I think the website or the agreement says that it's open through Labor Day. We'll be closing it down Labor Day, which is next Monday. So we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 more days left with the pool. It's crazy how much it costs to run this pool. I spend $500 a week just in chemicals for the pool, let alone anything else we have to do, and that's not manpower. But I love this deck. This deck is huge. Look at all the flowers back there. How many of y'all have enjoyed the pool this season? Leave a comment down below. All the, I call them cabanas, they're just tables with umbrellas, but it actually looks beautiful. And the only time I got in the pool this season was when I went in to get the cover off. What you doing, Rufus? Huh? Yeah, okay, thank you for saying hello. So it looks like the fence that we put around the playground is done. Jeff and crew did a great job.
I've got a question.
There are, the kids have left some clothes and some trash out here and some shoes, but I think it looks very nice. We'll have to get that cleaned up. And there looks like there's something over at the trash can too. Yeah, so it looks like somebody enjoyed some Coronas and maybe bought a float and a cooktop. So all that needs to be policed, and there's some cans, some micro trash.
They didn't take that cooktop.
No, that thing's $20-something.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're nice to have.
There's a bottle on the bench. We just need to do some micro trash pickup, and it'll look good. All right, we're going to take care of a little bit of paperwork, and then we got to do meter readings. We're supposed to get them done yesterday, but my foot was hurting so bad that we only got half of them done. Cindy's tired. It's 1 o'clock. She goes, I'm tired. So we're ready to go finish doing the meter reads. We fill out this sheet with all 300 sites. Well, 16 of them are cabins, but you know what I mean. So a lot of walking. Yesterday I walked 6,500 steps. Today I don't have my watch on because it died when I got out of bed and it's on charge. So we have 2 different kind of meter boards.
This is the easy side of the campground.
Yeah, this is the easy side of the campground. So over here we have just a board full of meters. You ready?
Read the site number first.
257 38378. 260 37669. 259 37971.
379.
71. Then the other style we have is the regular stanchion meter. 261 38927.
Okay.
Then over here, the meters are closer together, so I don't have to walk as much. But this is a long row. I bet I'll walk a couple miles every time I do this. So 146 is 7080. And 147 is 5785. Some of them have these old-timey systems. 145 is 6891. And then some of them are back to back. 144 0774. And our friend Stephanie that works here has made up so you can do them in walking order. 149 is 0947. So the numbers aren't in order, but the sheet is in order to the way I walk it. So that's pretty good. Now this one's number 139. It does not have a sticker on it. See, it's missing. So Cindy is being smart today. She brought the P-Touch out. She's over there making a new label for it. And it makes it a lot easier when we're reading, and then we will add the new label. So we'll add the new label to 139. 139 27 38. So we just finished doing all the meter readings. The sheet's all full. We're back behind the maintenance yard in the back far corner. We're looking for a water tank that we hook up to the truck so that we can pressure wash. And I remembered we had this because all the sites have, so it doesn't have a spigot. So all the sites back there have a camper on them because it's all the seasonal area. And so we saw this water tank. This looks like an old tank they used to spray water on the roads with. But I bet we could put that's not a spigot that you could put a hose on. But
this has slits.
yeah, but I think that we could disconnect this coupling here, put a cap on it, and put a regular water faucet on it. And we could use that and pull it behind the pickup truck. And then we hook the pressure washer up to it. Alec to Jeff with the G. And then these are the rest of our canoes that don't get used. These are our spare canoes. Alec to Jeff with the G. So we're headed home. We just finished like a 2.5 hour meeting. We're working on budgets and schedules and
Woo! Fun stuff.
hiring people for next season. And y'all have heard me talk about Bernadette in the past. So we're gonna go home, get Chance, walk him. Harper's coming over for dinner.
What are we doing for dinner?
Ham and brown rice.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
It's amazing I gain weight.
Yeah, because you go out to dinner. If I don't fix anything, you go get out to dinner to eat.
So I'm gonna go get Chance. We'll take him for a walk. So I just picked Chance up, and I'm gonna try to be mindful. I've had people make comments about, we don't want to watch your dog go to the bathroom when we're walking. I don't really pay attention to what he's doing behind me. He usually walks behind me when we're walking. So I'll try to be mindful not to get him going to the bathroom because evidently it's offensive. So I want to thank y'all for making it this far into the video. And I do have a cat update. So I talked to our neighbor yesterday because they didn't show up in the park last weekend at all. I finally called them and got through. I tried to call her once before. And she does have the cat, and it's been to the vet, and it's been neutered. It's a little bit older than I thought, because to get neutered it has to be 3 to 4 months old. And so the vet neutered it, gave her first series of shots. Now she's going to bring the cat down this weekend, so if you are one of our members, I will do a members only video, which if you're not a member, you can join the membership for 99 cents. The dog's gonna go to potty, so I'm gonna move this way so you don't have to see. But so she's gonna bring the kitty cat down here. It's a gray and white tuxedo. She said that she does want to keep it for a couple of weeks and she'll bring it down, but that the cat is, how'd she put it, the cat's very feral. She is, after a week, been able to pet the cat some. She keeps it in a crate, but it was tested for feline leukemia and all that stuff, and the cat is very healthy. So her concern is, and I can understand, is that Cindy and I work a lot of hours, and that she did not feel like the cat would get the attention that it needed to become domesticated. So she is going to keep the cat for a couple of weeks. She'll bring it down on the weekends. Cindy and I can visit. I may even take the crate, it's in a small crate, over to my house so Chance and Puma can sniff her and she can start to become a little acclimated on the weekends with our two animals. We're very excited. So we'll bring the cat over a couple times a week, and she seems to think in 2 to 3 weeks that she'll be able to help domesticate the cat. Now, we did talk about the cat's personality and that kind of stuff, and we have agreed. One of our commenters in the last video said that they thought a name Jersey would be great, and now that I found out that it's a girl cat and not a boy like they originally thought, that we would call her Jersey Girl. So I think that's about all of the update that I have on the cat. We're excited. Again, for the members, I'll do a short video this weekend showing her off and that sort of stuff. I would like to show y'all, we had a wooden fence that was rotted out. We had somebody lean on it over this week and it collapsed. So I'm gonna show y'all, we put new rails up here on the fence today, this bottom section with these 3 posts right down here, and I think that turned out very nice. Good evening, how are y'all?
Hi, how are you?
It looks like
They did a good job, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
yeah.
So I thank y'all for, was it y'all that brought it to our attention, or Dave
Dave.
brought it to our attention this morning?
David gave it the old.
Yeah. So you gave it the old heave-ho, so we'd have to do something to it, huh?
No, it didn't need much.
It didn't take much. But thanks for bringing it to my attention. So I will say that the past week has been pretty stressful here at the park. There's a lot of steps to doing the renewal for the seasonals, and we've done about 35 to 40 renewals so far. And then we did have the individuals that we didn't ask back that have required a lot of time with emailing and talking to and corresponding with people about that, and that's been very stressful. So it has been a stressful week, but I'm telling you, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think next year we're going to have a really good year. We're starting to work some things out. The people in the park have learned, Cindy and I, they've kind of learned the rules of the park that have always been here that we've decided need to be enforced. And I think the family atmosphere of the park is coming back. I think there's going to be great things. Oh, and today I met with the New Jersey Campground Association. They're excited about all the changes in the park that we have done, and they're going to put a thing on their website about the new seasonals positions. You know, we're creating 20 more for this year. Hopefully we fill them, and I think that's going to be a good thing to get that extra exposure. The extra exposure for the park. So I think it was pretty cool that the New Jersey Association came through. Excuse the mess here. Whenever you cook in a small space, you have to get everything out but the kitchen sink. And that's what we're doing here. So Miss Puma, what do you think about getting a new sister, huh? How do you think she's going to handle that, Cindy?
She's not.
You don't think so?
Nope. I don't think she's going to like it, not one little bit.
Time to feed the animals. So I keep, if you're out here, there's the door. I keep Chance's food in one of these 5-gallon, just a regular 5-gallon bucket, but it's got one of these gamma lids. I'll list the gamma lid down in the Amazon link. They come in quite handy for securing stuff when you're traveling. It keeps the dog food nice and fresh, and it just pops on top of the 5-gallon bucket and gives it a nice seal. So I think you're all caught up with what all we've got going on in the park. It has been busy. We have had a lot of drama over the whole renewing. We didn't know how to do it, what all it entailed. We spent 3 weeks turning the 7-page agreement into an 18-page agreement, trying to make sure everything was covered and was legal and all the waivers. Everything anybody needed was in one place. We did decide not to bring 4 people back. 2 of them we were warned about before we got here. Had been problems last year. And then we witnessed similar behavior this year. And so we didn't bring them back. But I'm excited for next year. It looks like we're coming back. Talking to the regional manager of the company that we work for, she says that the upper management is very pleased with how we've run this park, and extended an invitation for us to come back next year. So we've accepted that. So we'll definitely be back next year, as long as all the salary considerations that we brought up are agreed on, and they have agreed now. We're going to leave here mid-November, and we will return mid-February, and we will have the store phone forwarded to our after hours phone. So we'll be 8 to 5, taking reservations, answering phones. We're going to be doing policies and procedures for the park. We're going to be starting on the Campground Bible, which, for those of y'all that aren't aware, there's every campground is supposed to have a Bible, where all the water lines are, electrical lines. So there's not all this guessing we've had to do since we got here. We're going to start working with that. We got a worker coming on board next year that we worked with in Minnesota. He wrote the Bible for us in Minnesota. We're very excited that him and his wife have agreed to come up here. If y'all remember from when we were in Rockport, Texas, Antonio and his wife. They're coming up here to work with us next season. I put ads on Facebook, and I've got 10 great resumes to fill really the 3 left work camper sites. We're going to start interviewing them tomorrow. So got a lot going ahead. We got a lot of plans, but I wanted to make sure that we were definitely coming back here before I started hiring people, and it looks like we are, and we're excited to be going down south for the winter. So thank you all for joining Cindy and I today as we worked around the campground, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week. And until then, we'll talk to you later. Oh, let's let Cindy say goodbye. All right, Cindy, say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Are you excited about coming back next year? What was that?
We got to keep everybody in suspense, right?
Oh, that's true. All right. We'll see y'all next year. No, we'll actually see you next week. Night all.